What up, YouTube? On the downside, my memory card just broke for the camera. On the plus side, we got a new Lamborghini to drive. So we're gonna film it while it's free. Stay tuned. Alright, before we hop in the rig right there, probably see it a little bit. AMS2 got some GT1. They're adding another generation of GT1 car on here. And it's actually GT1 2005. And the Lamborghini is one of those cars. Now, I'm not a huge Lamborghini fan, mainly because they're cool cars, but they don't really have the racing pedigree like some other brands do. But I'm excited to drive this, and it's a GT1 car, the newer generation, and I'm glad they separated it because these have diffusers, they have sequential transmissions, they got more power, more aero. So I did feel like there was supposed to be a difference between them. So there are images of other cars that are going to be included in that pack. Maserati MC12, Corvette C5, Aston Martin DBR9. I'm wondering which Viper they're going to do, because they also got a GT2 car coming. So I'm kind of interested to see what they decide to do with that. But anyways, we're gonna go ahead, we're gonna test drive her, and I'll tell you if I think the pack is worth it. If you're only gonna buy it for this particular car, I'll show you the other stuff that's gonna be included in that. So stay tuned. Mic check. Alright, let's head over to Steam real quick and see if this autumn sale. No, I should have already been buying stuff. Anyways, let's go over to Steam and let's check to see what this dream pack. So here we go. Alright. Looks like the 2005 season. So the Viper is gonna be there. I don't know if the Viper is gonna be a GT1 or a GT2. Either way, I am very excited about this stuff, man. I've been watching racing probably like 20 years, so that's about right. Audi R8, Viper. This car right here, I'm super excited for this. Being E46 M3 GTR. Now, originally when this car came out, it had a inline 6 like the road car. Didn't quite be competitive, so they put a V8 in one. Porsche got mad because it breaks the spirit of regulations. And all of this stuff that they're doing, honestly, it's coming because Project Motor Racing is starting to build momentum. But anyway, back on track. Let's look at this Dream Pack Part 2. I'm not a huge Lamborghini guy, but they do have some cool stuff. For me, the motorsports link isn't quite there always. And, that makes me like a company more than anything else, which is why I'm a huge Porsche fan, a huge Audi fan, companies like that. But they got the Mira SV, which is one of the best looking cars. Super Trofeo, which I originally seen this and I thought it was the Diablo GT. I'll add an image in right here. Now the Diablo GT um, was it was like not quite a GT1 car, but just a cool race car. And it looks a lot better than the Super Trofeo version. But I actually didn't know that they had a Super Trofeo version of the Diablo SV. But anyway, Murcielago RGT 2005 season, and the Revuelto, which doesn't really, it's cool I guess, but it doesn't really do a lot for me. And they got some heads-up display changes coming. 2005, yeah. So Audi R8, American Le Mans Series, Petite Le Mans, yeah, 996 GT3, C5R, DBR9, MC12. So, anyways, let's go ahead and hop on track, and we'll go from there. I guess I gotta stop saying last thing because I talk a lot. But this is the car we got, Murcielago RGT. We got a couple liveries. I think that one, or most of these liveries are based off of stuff, but it's a Lamborghini. Ferraris are red, Lamborghinis are green. We know this, but let's see what assist it has. Now it's naturally aspirated, just a hair under 600 horsepower. A lot more torque than I would have guessed, but Lamborghinis always make decent power. No electronics. Cool thing about being GT1 car. No turbo, no boost, DRS, brake bias. That's about it. I really hope, and Koenigsegg isn't in the game at all, but Koenigsegg actually made a GT1 car. I had an image into that in right here. Now the Koenigsegg was they built the street version. It was always intended to go to Le Mans. Obviously, it never made it, but it is eligible for GT1 Classics. So who knows, man? Maybe they'll put it in here. I really doubt it, but for sure. I mean, we did see the Aston, the C5, and the Maserati. But anyway, what track should we do? Maybe we should do one that I don't normally do. Main reason I drive tracks that I drive a lot is because I like to compare where I'm at to how fast they're doing in real life. You know what? Let's do Imola. Yeah, let's do Imola. But I like to do tracks that I can easily, Google 2016 Belgian Grand Prix, and like, oh, I was this far off of pole position. Let me take some weight out of the car. Let me put the best tires on and see what we can do. But that is one thing I want to start working on, is driving more cars and tracks. But anyway, let's enjoy this Lamborghini. Do a scroll around. I think it's a flamethrower. There it is. Well, it has the sound. So not that long ago, I actually watched a video. Damn, it sounds good. I actually watched a video not that long ago. Channel called Automobilistic, I think. Um, and he was kind of talking about this car. I didn't realize there were different companies that ran it, and they had different like upgrades and different parts entirely. Typical story though, you know, it wasn't a universal program. Uh, so the brand suffers. Like, what else is new? Funny enough, with me not knowing Imola, um, this is one of the moments that Max Verstappen got a little. I don't say respect because obviously he doesn't need my respect, but like I was glad he said what he did. Um, you know, he was talking during the weekend of the Vegas Grand Prix. He was like, "These new tracks are cool, but we need to keep legendary like real racetracks. The brakes are not very. It's very easy to lock up." Um, he was like, "We need to keep legendary tracks on the F1 calendar." Um, I couldn't agree more. I don't know Imola at all, so I'm actually going to take it somewhere else in order to push it. But damn, it sounds good, man. I'm excited. I do wish it was the C6 instead of the C5. But you know, beggars can't be choosers. I'm glad that they separated GT1 Gen 1, and I thought it was gonna be called GT1 Gen 2, but either way. But yeah, this thing sounds pretty good. Let's go somewhere so I can actually push the dang on car. Alright, I hate to be a basic broad, but Spa is a safe bet. Still on cold tires. But I did want to put together like a push lap. Me actually checking out the car, knowing where I'm going. I do need to learn. There are a lot of tracks like I've kind of just stayed away from. So that is something that I actually want to start breaking because, like, you know, Imola, Hockenheim, those are like F1 tracks that I should know, but I don't for one reason or another. Obviously, with Imola in particular, Senna died there. So, you know, I'm not in a. That's probably why I haven't been in a. Well, that's definitely why I haven't been in a rush to learn it. So far, I'll say the gearbox is very short. Doesn't seem like top speed is going to be this car's strong suit. Good thing I didn't pick Le Mans, which I don't think this car ever ran at Le Mans. I think it was. I think they did the FIA GT Championship, but I don't think this car did Le Mans. If it did, it didn't make any noise. It's definitely harder to drive than say a GT3 car. Less aero, right? And I honestly think it's gonna be slower. Oh, that front end sucks. Take the brake bias back. Now, other cars that this would have raced against would have been the Ferrari 550 and 575. Oh yeah, yeah. It just doesn't have the grip like that. 550 and 575 Maranello. Now that's a confusing car because some were done in Maranello while some were done by ProDrive. GT1 was it was a confusing time period. I will say there are a lot of people that like cars like this where even though it doesn't have the most technology, I think this car kind of rewards like skill set more than others because obviously the car having a bunch of aero, you know, you can just blast through corners going up old roads right there. I got a ton of understeer, so like, and it doesn't have traction control either. So yeah, I just hit the rotaries and it doesn't have traction. So there are more corners with this car than others, which is a good thing. As much as I love the earlier GT1s, those are basically Le Mans prototypes disguised as road cars. So I'd be willing to bet you that this is faster. Actually, I don't know. The 98 and 99 cars are insane. This is faster than, say, the original F1 GTR, but definitely not the long tail and the CLKLM. Toyota GT1, not a chance. But it's definitely different, and I'm excited for the class. Still a little understeer, but they stalled me out. So let's try to get a decent lap in. Yeah, that top speed is it's not very good. I'm glad this car is NA though, and it sounds great. Now I think the Maserati is gonna run circles around this. It would be cool if the Celine also gets put in, because I googled 2005 season to see, you know, what all raced. Celine S7R, Corvette C5, Maserati, Aston Martin, Ferrari. It would be really cool to see Celine, you know, make a debut. And I'm sorry, you can't help but think Project Motor Racing kind of showing some of that stuff doesn't play a part. Cut it real close to the edge. But yeah, this thing, it's not great. It's fun, I'll say that, but it's not as fast as you might expect it to be. Like, the downforce just isn't there. The noise definitely is though. Let's do one more. Lost a little speed there. trying to not go off track. Maybe it's adrenaline, but it's probably adrenaline because I went straight through that spring. I wasn't there. Understeer. It does sound great though. I'm actually gonna delete the Imola part of the video because I talk so much about the class and the cars on this part. But we're gonna, oh yeah, it's a lot harder than a GT3 car. If you're tired of GT3 at Spa, this is definitely a car you can take there. Let's check out this Super Trofeo though. Super Trofeo Diablo. So I thought Super Trofeo started with the Gallardo. Evidently it started here. Let's check out the liveries. Find an Apex one. Ah shit, they got Gulf on here. This is probably the most, what I would say, for Apex. It was tied between that one and that one. Anyways, they got plenty of liveries. Let's go to the showroom real quick. Well, I definitely like the wheels. And I'm excited to hear this car in particular. Look, it doesn't even have headlights. You got the NACA ducts right here. Back of it is also crazy. Anyways, let's hop on track to not be too basic. Let's see. The thing I love about earlier cars is like they have that induction noise to them a little more than modern stuff. Now you know this car isn't gonna have any tech on it. It's probably a 5-speed as well. See, this is a whole lot cooler than MX-5 Cup. Am I right? It would be a cheese sign. Wisconsin. Yep, no ABS. No diffuser. You know what though? My favorite cup car on this sim is actually that M1 Pro car. That's never gonna change. I don't care what 911 cup car or Ferrari challenge they put on here. That's not going away. It's a pretty fun car too, though. I don't know what car I thought I was driving to wait that late to brake. Must have thought I was driving my usual suspects. Yeah, it's only a 5-speed, but I knew that. Anyway, it is AMS 2, so I can't expect this bundle would cost too much. But I mean, realistically, these are the only two cars somebody like me is gonna be interested in driving. With that being said, guys, comment down below what other GT1 cars you would like to see put on there, or comment which GT1 car. Actually, yeah, comment which GT1 car from the 2005 season you're the most excited about driving. For me, it's actually the Corvette C5. I'm pretty excited about the Viper too, but the Corvette because there isn't any front engine modern stuff from GM on here. You know, they have GTE, and I would love if they had the C7 on here, but the only GTE they have is the C8, and that's fine. But so for me, it's probably the Corvette C5R. I'm excited about that. Viper as well, but definitely the Corvette. That is a car. I remember going to my friend's house and his dad had Gran Turismo, and it was Corvette C5 and the red and white Oracle Viper as the two cars we raced with. Don't remember where. That was a long time ago. With that being said, guys, hope you guys enjoyed the video. As for these two cars, I say they're pretty good cars, man. Both fun cars. Both NA V12 Lambos. If you're a huge Lamborghini person, I don't see why you wouldn't want to check them out. With that being said, I'm going to hop. I'm probably going to drive Champ Car because that's my entire personality these days. Apex Vision out.